play. Please don't forget to hit the like and make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already subscribed. Of course, you could hit the dislike, but I hope you don't. Anyway, we're just waiting for some notifications to go out, and I'm just hanging out over here with the birdies. They're fluttering around and singing this morning. We'll show them here in just a minute when, like I said, just give a little time for some notifications to go out. I thought y'all might like to hear them. I like hearing them. I don't know if I told y'all, but I think that when I first introduced them, they had told us that they were 3 females. It turns out they're actually 3 males. So they're brothers. We have Lilo, Rocket, and Blueberry. But anyway, they're pretty active this morning. Like I said, when I get a few people in here, I'll flip it around where y'all can see them instead of me. At least for a minute. But anyway, it's kind of a stressful morning. We overslept just a little bit, so we had to kind of rush this morning. I hate rushing in the morning. They are flapping everywhere. Change this over to all. There we go. Hopefully we'll get some people in here in a minute. But anyway, I think I am a little early this morning. But we got the kiddos off to school, and now I'm just, like I said, just kind of hanging out with the birds. Listening to them sing. And they're hearing me talk and listen, and they're chirping back at me. I hear you. Well, hello, Blueberry. Yeah? Blueberry's turning his head looking at me. But anyway, I did let some people know I was going live, so hopefully they'll pop in here in a minute. But it's definitely been a Monday or Tuesday. Hey, Papa, you are the first in. You get to listen to the birdies sing with me, Papa. Spread out in the corner. But you're in a round room, Papa. One of the brothers made the other one mad. Hi, August. Welcome in. Where are you chatting from? But anyhow, like I said, I'm just kind of hanging out here with just me and the birdies, just listening to them sing. It's your room now, Papa. We got to share with August Gaming there. But anyhow, I see. Finally, we got some people popping in now. It just took a minute, I guess, for the notifications to go out. Where's the hair? They're coming. I'm sure they're on the way. At least some of them, anyway. I mean, you got me, Papa. What else do you want? I did text Holly and Sharon and let them know. I'm sure Sharon's probably not up yet, though. Holly, I don't know if she's up yet or not. The birdies are awake. Anyway, and please, everybody, don't forget to hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. We are trying really hard to get to that 500. Oh, that's okay, Papa. I understand. I hope you're feeling better now, though. Look, let me show y'all. These are the noisy ones. Hey, Brian. So we have Blueberries there, Rocket's over there, and Lilo's up there. Yep, birdies. And apparently Blueberry here has a lot to say right now. But it's been all 3 of them singing. Well, thank you. That's the food bowl there. water dishes over there. And Lilo's just hanging out. Of course, when I show them, they're going to stop flapping around and stuff. They were flapping around and singing, and Blueberry's flinging seed everywhere. Yeah? You don't say. Anyway, and we have figured out that, I really thought that cats would be the problem with the birds. It's not so much the cats, it's Jasper. He cannot be in here when the cage is uncovered. I thought it'd be okay if he was in here while I was in here and the cage was uncovered, but no, he tries to get past me to get to the birds. Which so far I think he's really just curious. Yeah, poor Jasper. I think he's just curious, but I'm afraid he's gonna knock the cage over. Yeah, that's Lilo singing. What are you singing to, Lilo? Let's see. What are you singing to? Lilo's the one up there on the perch. Such a poor rescue puppy. The hair is all dumped. But anyway. Well, that's pretty. You gotta remember, Papa, it's early here. Not many of us are up. Or not many people are up right now. I'm just up because I had to take the kiddo to school. Yeah. I thought in a little while. Yeah, I'm sure they would, Brian. Hey, Helgier. Oh, and Helgier, not just us. Look. We got Blueberry, Rocket, and Lilo. And Blueberry keeps checking me out in between bites. Blueberry. And Lilo has a lot to say. Don't you, Lilo? We originally thought they were girls, and my daughter wanted to name Lilo up there Lily. So you just hopped in to say that, tell them they're slacking and they're dumped. I'm the St. Francis of YouTube. Isn't that the saint of animals? Apparently, we're not paying enough attention to the birdies, y'all. Yeah? What you thinking? All right, Papa. So you still not feeling very good, Papa? I will let Sharon and Holly know. I will let them know that you dumped them. St. Francis of Assisi. I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm gonna have to remember that. I'm the St. Francis of YouTube. Believe it or not, y'all, my best friend has more pets than I do. Doesn't she, Blueberry? Oh, I said it correctly. Oh, well, miracles never cease. And I'm sorry I had to leave. I'm sorry I had to leave so abruptly on you, Brian. You can barely handle 3. And I'm sorry I had to leave your stream so abruptly earlier, Brian. I thought my husband was needing something, but he was just asking a question. Because he was hollering for me. Yeah. Anyway. on. Poor Blueberry. Blueberry's the only one I named. And ended up playing a few extra at the end. I need to go back and listen to it. You got some good music on there this morning. Of course, you got good music every morning, but I was liking it this morning. Yeah? You want to hear too? What you doing, Rocky? Oh, Rocky! Blueberry keeps coming over closer to listen. Where are you going? You gonna chase your brother off of the water dish? I guess I need to put another water dish in there since there's 3. But yeah, I'm just enjoying getting to know them, you know their personalities and who's in charge and who's the more adventurous one and all that. Apparently Lilo is the most opinionated. Lilo. Anyway, I have my coffee over here this morning too. Yeah, Lilo is definitely giving me... I was going to say Lilo's giving me his opinion on things, but he just yelled at his brother. And now Blueberry and Rocky have switched. You got a lot to say this morning, don't you, Lilo? So now Rocket is over here and Blueberry's over there. I can tell. Only I can tell them apart right now is the ways I can tell them apart right now is Blueberry has a little more white on his head. Rocket has a darker tail, and Lilo up there has white wings. But you can touch them; they were hand raised. I don't know if I can reach them to the bars though. But I mean, they were hand raised, so they will let me touch them most of the time. Oh, he's getting my finger. Let's see. Oops. Almost knocked everything over. Lilo. Come here, Lilo. Anyway. Well, sorry. Y'all ignore the mess. We've been reorganizing this entire room. So things are everywhere. But anyway. I said, so y'all just ignore the mess there. Do some more work on this room today. With everything pulled out of drawers and everything else. Being hard to get to the closet right now. That's good. I promise it doesn't normally look like that. I don't know if my chat froze. Everybody's just being quiet this morning. Except Lilo. Lilo's not being quiet. Yeah? Oh yeah. I think that's Rocket singing actually. They fascinate me watching them interact with each other. Yeah? I thought y'all would enjoy hearing them as much as I do. Now I can go outside and listen, or I can come inside and listen to birds. Anyway. Everybody's leaving me this morning. Yeah. See if I can get them interacting on video here. That's Rocket on the side and Lilo on the perch. Blueberry is down there, his food bowl. I think I got that right. Oh, no, that's Blueberry and Lilo on the perch. See, I'm still learning to tell apart. Okay, we can. We do. You know, they were hand raised, so they are tame. They can be handled. I haven't tried yet to get all three of them out at once. We do have to stuff things under the door where they can't get out of the room because of the cats and the dog. Yeah, they can. They will let you hold them. And they'll come over and nibble on my hand and stuff. St. Francis of Assisi. What is it? Tell me, love your blueberry. Come here, blueberry. Blueberry. But to me, I've always had a fascination with just watching animals interact with each other. It's very interesting to me. So I'm watching them interact with each other. And even with the cats, that's what I do. I sit there and watch them. I like to just sit and watch them interact. Well, except for Sabrina and Milo, they don't like each other. We have to separate them. Hi, Cree. Welcome back. It is going pretty good. I'm just hanging out in here, listening to the birdies sing, watching them play. How about you? How's your day going? Oh, it's okay, Hilger. That's okay. Hey, Sophia. And Hilger, so do you prefer Hilger or Assiduous, or is it just whichever? I just noticed you had changed your name. Alright, y'all, I'm going to try to speak back up a little bit. We're just listening to the birdies this morning, Sophia. Look, I'm going to show them again. Let's see. We have Blueberry up here. And then there you got Lilo on that side. Rocket on that side. Oh, there's Blueberry. Blueberry seems to be one of the more outgoing ones. He'll come over here and actually listen to me and stuff. And now they're all going to try and get on the food bowl. There is a whole other food dish on the other side. But they don't want that. They want their seed. Oh. Aren't they pretty? They are brothers. They're probably 3 to 4 months old. So we'll just go with 3 months. Which would put them being born in, what, January? I believe January. Yeah? Or should I say being hatched in January? Yeah. Were you doing New Year's Day, baby? Maybe that's what we'll pick for your birthday. Anyway, so how's everybody else's day going? We had one of those mornings where the kiddo didn't want to get up. You know, she had to get up, and she likes to take her showers in the morning for some reason, which I wish she'd do it at night. But, you know, you pick your battles. long as she takes one, you know. But some mornings it's hard to get her up to take one. And then she's informed me this morning that she wants to start doing her own showers, you know, because right now I help her shower. And so I'll have to teach her how. She's getting big enough. Blueberry, what are you doing? He's hanging upside down. You know, they came to us with their wings already clipped. So, which I don't like, but I think my chat may have frozen, y'all. Let me see if I can go out. I'm gonna go out and come right back. Oh, there we go. Am I ready for her independence? No. No. I want her to just stay little. But unfortunately, I don't get a choice. But she has always kind of been a little, been kind of independent, but also kind of wanting mom to do stuff for her. But here lately, she's been becoming more and more independent. She wants to do things for herself, which is fine. You know, I guess it's just the way things are. So I just like listening to them sing. But then again, you know, she does still have her moments when she's like, "Mommy, I want mommy's help, or I want daddy's help," you know. I guess I did spill some coffee a minute ago. Anyway. What you guys think? They're just fascinating to me. They're fascinating to watch. I had birds when I was a kid, and I missed having them. We had at one point we had 3 parakeets. That didn't last long. We ended up we had 2 for a while. Oh, thank you, Helger. I appreciate that. And Helger, I don't know if you heard me a minute ago. Do you prefer to be called Helger or Assiduous, or does it matter? Never go live right away in the morning. Well, technically I don't. I just fill the kiddo up, get her ready, take her to school. All right, I'll remember that. I just saw your name change, and I thought I'd ask. But, yeah, that's Blueberry singing. Now they're all singing to each other. I love listening to them. But, you know, we had a pair of parakeets for a while until this is the reason the cats are not even allowed in the room. Oh. Chatter called you. Hey, Ellie. But yeah, they Star Wars, but you didn't watch your Star Trek. See, I'm the opposite. I did watch some Star Trek, but I was always more Star Wars. They're gonna flop around, y'all. Let's see, that's Blueberry, then Rocket, then Lilo. This is why I think I have to get another water bowl, because they tend to fuss over it sometimes. Oh, Chatter said you were assiduous. And you just realized that's like insidious. Have y'all ever, have you ever watched any of the Insidious movies? I mean, honestly, I haven't, but um, apparently in the latest one, what you trying to do over there? In the latest one in the movie, there's one that's called Insidious: The Red Door. I have a friend whose son that I've known him for his entire life, but her son has now become an actor, and I thought it was very cool that he was actually in the movie Insidious: The Red Door. He's yeah. See, I haven't really actually sat down and watched it. I just watched the trailer because he was actually in the trailer part. So I thought, well, apparently there's a part in this. It's a like a I don't know if it's horror or suspense or whatever, but um, thriller type movie. There's a part where they put the main character into a CAT scan or CT scan or whatever. And when or maybe an MRI machine. Anyway, they put him in the machine, and he hears something in the machine, and all of a sudden this creature comes running. You know, all you can see is blackness, and this creature comes running at him out of the machine. Well, my friend plays that creature. So, you're my friend's son, which I thought that was very cool. He got, he showed us, he got to show pictures of like the backstage and stuff, or some behind the scenes, I should say. Of course, I'm sure there's some stuff he couldn't show, but the creature feature. Ellie, if it helps any, most of us just call Mark McDougall. Most of us just call her Sophia. Yeah, that's her name. So if that helps any. See, these birds came to me with their wings already clipped, and I wasn't gonna clip their wings because I mean with us having, yes, most people call you Sophia. With us having the cats and the dog, I don't want their wings clipped. So as soon as their wings grow back, they won't be clipped anymore. Once I've gotten to where I can get them out every time, I'll get them out when out on the spring. But right now, they're still a little nervous, so I'm having to. I get them out and I have to go pick them up and chase them wherever they flutter to the next time. So. But I just thought y'all would enjoy hearing them sing. Just like I am. I'm listening to the birds, drinking my coffee, and hanging out with y'all. Oh, what you doing up there? Where's your brother? I'm missing my brother. Oh, there he is. Yeah? Blueberry. Blueberry's up on the swing, y'all. Look. They love their swing. It did have a bell on each side, but I was actually told that the bells are not considered safe for them anymore. But the toy company or toy place, whatever, keeps putting them on there. So I took all the bells off that I could, but that one bell would not come off. But anyway, apparently there have been incidences of the birds getting their beak stuck in the bell, or getting cut by them or whatever. So we just watched. Why are you hanging sideways? Silly bird. Anyway. My, also, Sophia is a family name. I think it's kind of cool to have family names. My name is because, well, I should say I just say my handle is because my middle name actually is Dawn, but I almost gave out my real name. A lot of y'all know it, but some people don't. Yeah, we have a couple family names in our family though. Mine is not, but on my mom's side we have the for some of the for some of the girls you have the name Joyce is either our grandmother was Joyce and you got so one of my cousins her middle name is Joyce and it's a family name over there. On my dad's side the name Kels gets passed around either Kels or Kelsey. The first time you went on a panel with MLH, the lighting situation was terrible and your face was pure white and you had a hoodie on. Yeah. I thought about getting like a ring light or whatever, but I can't afford it for right now anyway. Oh. Well, hopefully they didn't mean it that way. Yeah, I think you look just fine. Anyhow. I don't think I've ever been on one of MLH's panels. I mean, I know I haven't been on one of the panels, but I don't think I've been on his lives for a while. I need to go back on there and visit. Oh, Sophia's, I got 3 names from my great grandmothers and 1 from my ancestors. And your dad vetoed the embarrassing names. Well, I'm glad he vetoed them. Oh, you got them from Dip? Get that from Dip? I always just said call her Glitter, but some people call her Dip. Yeah, you hate Dad. My poor cousin. I have a cousin that he was given his mother's maiden name as a first name. It was not meant to be a first name. I'm sorry. I don't know why they did that to that kid. Yeah. Well, Ellie, you're an awesome mod, but you can't be everywhere. But, I was in another chat. And I'm not going to give out a last name here, but my poor cousin, like I said, he was given his mother's maiden name as his first name, and that poor child wound up being named Povey. Povey, which of course he's not a child anymore. But I've always felt bad for him with that name. Like, why? Give it to him as a middle name, but Yeah, I was gonna say you must have liked it since you changed your handle. And I don't think Dip would have said it like that. I don't think from what little I know of her, I don't know that. Hopefully, she didn't mean it in a mean way. Oh, but anyway, y'all. Yeah. So Dip helps you laugh at it. My grandparents named my mom as a joke. Why would you name something? Oh, Dip didn't say it. Yeah, she is a sweetheart. But why would you name a child something as a joke? I don't understand. I don't understand that. With my girls, I tried to pick names that were common enough that they wouldn't get made fun of, but unique enough that you didn't know like 15 of them. And I think I did pretty good. I mean, y'all know my oldest is Holly. I guess I just think it's common enough that nobody makes fun of her for it. But you don't know 100 of them, you know. The youngest, I don't give out her name just because she's so little. Although I will at one point this month. I don't know if y'all seen where I've got it already scheduled, but I have a scheduled live. Grandparents shouldn't have had children, probably. Well, I'm glad they did, or we wouldn't have you. But, I don't know if y'all seen where I've already got it scheduled, but I have a live coming up on the 23rd because that's my daughter's birthday, and she has been asking me and asking me and asking me to go on to do a video with me. That's a medieval name. Oh yeah, like Hildegard. But, sorry, y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Let my daughter do a stream with me on her 6th birthday because she's been asking. She already got her main gift, which was the birds. Yeah. My grandfather, my mom's dad, he was a ladies' man. Um, oh, Hortense Hedwig. Oh, my grandfather was a ladies' man. He was, we'll just say that he was not known to be, exactly faithful. I love him. You know, I loved him. Don't get me wrong. He was an amazing grandfather. He was really good with us kids. He was okay as a dad, from what my mom has told me. You know, he wasn't like I think he made up for it in his older years. We'll put it that way. Hildegard is the youngest sister's name, but you know he had his wild younger days. Well, he was showing. We were going through some pictures one time with him, and he was pointing out different family members and stuff. And you know, because he's old black and white pictures, and he pointed. And when he got to one, I said, "Papa, who's that?" And he said, "Well, that's." He said her name was Anne. He said I was dating her at the same time I was dating Joyce, and I couldn't decide which one to marry. Joyce was my grandmother. I said, "Well, I for one am glad you chose Joyce." Not that it, you know, he didn't stay faithful, so you know, she kicked him out. But anyhow, he was a he was a character, and I don't mean to sound like I'm bad mouthing him because I'm not. You know, as he got older, I think he got better. But he was definitely an interesting character, that's for sure. The stories I could tell on that man. If y'all ever heard of the USS Kidd? It's one of the more well-known Navy ships over here, and it's now a museum. So he's like your paternal grandfather. We're expecting half relatives. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. But the USS Kidd is now it's now a museum ship over here, and I haven't been to it yet. My mom has, and my grandfather and his lady friend at the time went with them, her and my dad. But he was on board the USS Kidd, and he fought in World War II and the Korean War, and he's told so many stories, like talking about how he started out working in the bottom of the ship and he worked his way up to gunner. So he said he literally worked his way from the bottom to the top. I've talked about him before. There was a newspaper article done literally right before he passed. He didn't even actually get to see the article come out because he did all this series of interviews there because it was the 60th anniversary, I think, of this when they ended the war or something. And he did a series of interviews with a local reporter there. And but in between doing the interviews and the article coming out, which wasn't but just a couple weeks, he had passed away. It was pretty sudden, He turned 80 and then passed the next day. Heart. It was a heart thing. Anyway, he liked to give me a hard time because he always wanted a grandchild or great grandchild born on his birthday. And my oldest was born 2 days after his birthday, and he told me I missed. We're just hope not that much younger than us. They should be 18 now, though. Yeah. Well, in my grandfather's case, they would be in their 60s or 70s. Unless it's like a, new cousin or something. Yeah, 80s. Not a bad age. Especially for the lifestyle that he lived. He was a partier for a long time. I don't know that he ever did anything beyond drinking. I don't know if he, did any kind of substances or anything. I don't know that he did that. He may have, but he never talked about that. So he but I do have a picture. I have to show it to y'all sometime. I have a picture where he's sitting in his favorite chair and he's got his pipe. He always had his pipe when we were kids. And that's why I love the smell of pipe tobacco, because it reminds me of my grandfather. Hildy's not too bad. Anyway. But yes. I love it now, though. I can go outside and listen to the birds while I drink my coffee, or I can sit in here and listen to birds while I drink my coffee. Of course, they're not singing now, but y'all heard them earlier. Maybe once I get them a little more used to me, I can have them out on the stream and y'all can see them playing outside of the cage. But like I said, right now I still have to chase them across the room. Yeah. I've been sitting here whistling the Andy Griffith theme song. Trying to teach them that. But anyhow, guys, I guess we've been on here about 45 minutes, which is... What are you doing? Yeah, I wish you could fly too, buddy. But you can fly. Anyway, guys, like I said, we've been on here about 45 minutes, so, it's about average for a morning stream for me, I guess. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. I'll probably be doing another stream maybe this afternoon, or definitely one tonight. If anybody hasn't already subscribed, oh, she knows now, Ellie. She knows, we got on Saturday. We went and and got them. She didn't know until we actually got there that we were getting birds. That was the surprise. But yeah, she knows now. Anyway, guys, just remember, if you see somebody without a smile, make sure you give them one of yours, because they may need that smile. You never know what people are going through. I love you guys. Anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you either in the chats or on the next stream, which should be later today. And apparently the birds want to say goodbye. I love you guys. Y'all be safe. Bye.